Hello there, welcome to It's All Black and White TV, and this is the match preview, Newcastle United versus Luton Town. Before we get into the show, if you do like what you see, please do smash that like. It does help the channel up the search, so please do give it a like. That'll be great. Thank you very much. Also, if you are brand new to the channel, then come and smash the subscribe. Come be part of this great community we have here. And also clicking that bell notification tells you when I'm live, have a pre-record or any upcoming shows. If you want to become a member, it's 99p. You can do that by clicking the join button. And if you want to make a donation, you can do that in the chat by clicking the $ as well. So, yes, so tomorrow we play Luton Town at St James's Park. So we're back at home after 2 games on the road, Fulham and Villa, where we picked up wins in both games. We've won 2 away games in a row, which is a rarity because normally we don't win away games, do we? So it's nice to actually have 2 in a row. But yeah, we're back on home turf tomorrow. Today, Jason Tindall took the press conference because Eddie Howe wasn't feeling very well himself. There is a lot of bugs going around at the moment. But we're looking to see what Jason Tindall have to say in the interview. So on Eddie's absence, he says, look, he's feeling a bit under the weather. You know he must be feeling under the weather for him not to come out and do the press conference. So he sent me out to you guys today. In all the years I've worked with him, he's been under the weather a few times, but he's always been there to lead the team. On Isak's fitness, Jason Tindall says he's a lot better. He's improved. He's improved Wednesday, Thursday, and this morning again there's an improvement. He will be one we have to assess after today to see if he makes tomorrow's game or not. He's got a chance to be involved tomorrow, but that's one we'll have to assess today, take advice on the medical team and see where we are. So, look, we know the medical team have been getting things wrong of late. So, if there's any doubt, don't play him. Simple as. If in doubt, don't play him. That's what I say. On the other fitness concerns, he says, look, a couple of lads are getting closer. We've got another training session today. So once the training day is done, we'll assess the squad and assess where everyone is. It certainly is getting better than it was a few weeks ago. Harvey Barnes, Callum Wilson, Joe Willock are pretty close. Whether they're going to be fit to be involved tomorrow, we'll have to make that decision later on today after training. There's a question mark over all 3 of them. Harvey and Callum are probably a little bit ahead of Joe, but they're still there out on the field doing their stuff. We just have to assess where they are, make the right calls, whether to involve them or not. So that was what he had to say there. And he goes on to say about Tuesday's win at Villa Park, it was really important. We knew we needed to get back on track with our league form, especially. We had a good result in the Fulham in the FA Cup, and it's a really difficult place to go. Villa and get a result, as we've seen with the unbeaten record they've had at home recently. To go there and perform the way we did and get the result was great for us. Gives us the confidence going into the next game this weekend. And he's absolutely right. We had to get them wins. On our recent form, he says, look, we're more back to our old self. We've had a lot more contact time on the training ground with the team, with the players. I think that has shown our last 2 results and performances. Hopefully now that can be the springboard for us to go on and perform. Everyone knows we can. We've come off the back of a real difficult schedule with the run of fixtures we've had and the amount of injuries we've had. I think that's probably shown in some of our performances. The last 2 performances, the last 2 results have given us a lot of confidence. Hopefully we can build on that. Absolutely. We had a horrendous December, didn't we? On Luton Town, he says, look, you've got to give Luton Town a lot of credit. You have to give the manager and the coaching staff a lot of credit for their recent performances. Since they played us, they have been on a really good run. They have shown some really good form, and they are really, really difficult side to play against. I think their recent results with the amount of goals and goal threat they carry are a dangerous team. So credit Luton for the way they've performed, but you look at our performance against Villa and you look at us play there and see we're back to our old selves. So it'll be a really good game. Hopefully we can go out there, deliver another good performance at the weekend. So yeah, Luton Town is going to be a difficult game. We know that. And on Lewis Miley, who signed a new long-term deal this week. He says, look, he's an exceptional talent at 17 to do what he's done this season, come into the team, perform as well as he has been great achievement for him. We are delighted he has signed a long-term contract. Every club wants to keep all their best players, and we're no different to everybody else. Yeah, Lewis Miley's been absolutely fantastic this season. He's been brilliant for us. And long may that continue. Right, let's get into some comments. Holly was in first. She says, my prediction 3-1 or 3-0 tomorrow. Bias says 3-1, Miggy to score. Derek, hi mate, hope you're well. He says, hopefully you'll get a lot more views because you're not clashing with any other Toon content. Yeah, not this time night. I'm not, no, definitely not. So let's hope. Cheers, mate, thank you. Trevor says, hi people, Toon will win 5-0, Miggy scoring 2. Let's hope you're right. Hello again, hi to you, Julie. Evening, Tony Noel, good evening, Lee, hope you're well. 2 in a row because we're not absolutely knackered and we've got at least a little bit on the bench and plenty training pitch. Yeah, absolutely spot on with that, Derek. And the thing is as well, yes, I know we've played 2 games in so like a short space of time, Fulham and then Villa, but we've had a bit of a break till this game tomorrow, and then it should start settling back down to just 1 a week, which is great until we play the FA Cup match against Blackburn, which is going to be live on BBC One. Eddie Howe's a genius, says Si, isn't he just? Evening, Tony, says Ian. Good evening to you, mate. I hope you're well. Lee says I'd leave Isak out just to keep him right. That's what I'm thinking. I would as well. Did you hear about the chicken nugget? King Fury chicken out the fight. Well, best thing, I won £200 as my bet made Fury to chicken out. Well, I think he's got a cut, hasn't he, above his eye, and it's had to have stitches, so I think that's why it's had to be cancelled, which is fair enough. Mason comes on, Tony, can I block him, please? It's up to you, Ian. Henry Lasses. Scott says, evening all, 4-0 to 2 now, a new striker. Gordon gets a hat-trick and share the other one. Yeah, play Chair up front, couldn't you? He's on a scoring run. Evening, Tony, I'm going for 4-0. Bruno, Botman, Gordon and Tino to get the goals. Yeah, that's not a bad show, Paul. But I just think Luton will be a tough side tomorrow to play against. I think there will be. I think they'll be upbeat from that result against Brighton midweek as well. You know, Adebayo got that hat-trick as well, and not a bad player. Andrew says 7-0, telling you, I bet you a pint. Well, I think the last time you said a 7-0, Andrew, we actually went out and won 8-0, so who knows? Derek says he'll beat you on the ground, he'll beat you in the air. Or wore Fabian share to the tune of Bon Jody. Yeah, that's brilliant, that, mate, absolutely. And yeah, I wouldn't bet against Cher scoring a screamer. What's your prediction, Newcastle Luton? I will come to that very shortly, Holly. BS says, I think we might see Wilson on the bench. Yeah, we could well do. As I say, if Isak's not 100%, do not risk him. Leave him out. 4-1 win. Gordon, Bruno, Longstaff and Murphy, says Lee. Yeah, I wouldn't rule out Murphy getting a goal. Hi, Tony Knowles, says Coffee. Hi to you, mate. The reason he got cut as Uncle Fester threw his wallet at him and not to buy dinner. Yeah, who knows? Maybe it was Ten Hag who threw his wallet at him, you know. But yeah, tomorrow's going to be a tough game. It's not going to be easy by any stretch of the imagination. We just got to go out there and do a professional job. Look, I don't care how we win the game. Just get the 3 points. That's the most important thing. If we put on a performance tomorrow and get the 3 points, then that's even better. That's all we can hope for, can't we, at the end of the day? Si says, up the tune. Can you plug my group Black and White Stripes since 1892? Yeah, Sai's got a group there on Facebook. Up Black and White Army Stripe, Black and White Stripes since 1892. So if you're on Facebook, go and give Sai a join up on his group. I'm in that group as well. Absolutely brilliant. Luton are going to sit in low block. Yeah, they are. But they can be very dangerous. Ross Barkley's having a great season for them, isn't he? Derek says, spot on, Tony. I hope I'm wrong, but I'll take 1-0 now. But if we can get an early goal, it could be anything. Yeah, absolutely, Derek. I'll take 1-0 all day long, but, you know, it might not be as easy as people are thinking. That's all I'm saying. Easy 3-0 win, says Ian. I'm not so sure it might be that easy, Ian, but you never know. It depends how, if we get an early goal, like Derek says, you never know. Anything could happen, couldn't it? So we'll just have to wait and see. But it's nice to see we've got these players now coming back. Joe Willock, you know, on his way back. Harvey Barnes, Callum Wilson. All of a sudden, the bench starts to look that little bit stronger now, and that's absolutely brilliant. Mag says, just tuned in. Is Isak fit? Well, Jason Tyndall reckons he's not too bad, actually. So, but they're going to have to assess him. But if I'm honest, Mac Debates, if there's any element of doubt, do not play him tomorrow. Simple as, just leave him out. Keep him for Forest. Yes, yeah. Love you. How are you, the lads? Absolutely, mate. Our defence has to be 100% tomorrow. Yeah, it does. Adebayo is a massive threat. Got to watch him. Also, Ross Barkley as well. He's playing so well for them at the moment, isn't he? Ronald says, I'm in the minority here, but if we took Isak off early as a precaution and then think he can start, I would want that. Yeah, who knows? That's a possibility, isn't it? Derek says Alfie Harrison might get on for 20 minutes and Joe White. Do you think Derek, though, do you think Alfie Harrison will be on the bench tomorrow? Or do you not think we're just keeping him for the academy for now? But there again, I suppose, you know, if we're comfortable in that game, give him a little bit of a run out and see what he can do. Yeah, I like that idea. Yeah, Joe White will possibly be on the bench, and we've called Jay Turner-Cook back as well, haven't we, from his loan spell. So it's in Johnston. So it could be a couple of youngsters on the bench tomorrow. It all depends who comes back. If we get Harvey Barnes back, he'll be on the bench. Who else could come back? Callum Wilson, he could be on the bench technically tomorrow as well, so who knows? Harrison wasn't in the under-21s team today, says Pierre. Derek says desperate times call for desperate measures. Yeah, absolutely. And the thing is, you could take Miley off and give Miley a rest and just say to Harrison, go and get on there and show what you can do, and that would be interesting to see, wouldn't it? Paul says a big difference now is only playing once a week, full training and better fitness from the last time we played them. Yeah, because we played them when it was really, really hectic. When you think we played them, then we played Forest, and it was like 2 games in 3 days. And then like December, it was like 10 games in 30 days, which was ridiculous, wasn't it? I'm not sure how the I think they were drawn 1-1 the last time I saw. Derek, I think it was 1-1. But whether they've it finished 1-1. Fleetwood Town under 21s won, Newcastle United under 21s won. So yeah, finished 1-1, Derek. I know we took the lead through the penalty. And then they come back and equalised. I'm not sure who scored for us. I can't remember now. Oh, Diallo netted from the penalty spot. Um, Ben Parkinson was bundled over in the box by Johnson, leaving Diallo to score in the 67th minute. Fleetwood drew level through Pond's fortunate finish as the ball bounced off the 39-year-old defender's head inside the box. Hang on, they're playing a 39-year-old in their under-21s team. Jeez. So the Nathan Pond equalised for Fleetwood Town at 39 years of age. What's the point of sending our new players away when we have a reserve team? Yeah. 1-1 Diallo, yeah. Hi again, Mason. This is the first time Luton visiting St James's Park since 2018 and the first league visit since September 1992. Yeah, absolutely, Coffee. Derek says your green screen's turned you into a semi-ghost. Yeah, what it is, I haven't got my green screen up, so hi Mason. Tony said I can ban you if you give me grief. Yep, the sheep are out, Mason. The sheep are out. I don't think the mods can ban each other in live chat. No, you're absolutely spot on, Coffee. They can't, can they? Not at all, mate. I mean, look, what's everybody's thoughts on this game tomorrow? You know, what's your score predictions tomorrow? Billy the Fish says, remember Luton's plastic pitch? Oh, God, yeah. QPR had one as well, didn't they? A plastic pitch. Scott says, Alfie Harrison has a sell-on clause of 40%. Man City must think he's a future star. He'll have to change his haircut. I think Haaland is his idol. Yeah. If we've got a sell-on clause of 40%, then yeah, obviously Man City must think he's going to be some player in the future. Andrew says, my green screen turned me into a semi-on. Did you see? Jesus. Oldham as well. Yes, Oldham had a plastic pitch. They did. Or Man City can buy him back for 60% off the price. Yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing what this guy can bring. If he is on the bench tomorrow, then happy days. I think we'll all be happy to see what he can do. But he certainly looks the part. Some people see he's a bit like Phil Foden, so who knows? Again, we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, I would like to see him given a run out tomorrow, like Derek says. Give him 20 minutes and see what he can do, and see what he can show us as well. Which would be fantastic. And as I say, it was fantastic that this lad's tied down to a new deal as well. Because we know Liverpool was sniffing around him. Well, Liverpool can just go and do one because he ain't for sale at any price. And this lad is going to be in that. You can see him featuring in the England team alongside Bellingham eventually. And that's just going to be insane. Someone on Twitter said Alfie's eyebrow was an Adidas promo. Yeah, a lot of people have that shave like that, don't they? Derek said, just think it's not going to be as easy as most people think. I'm usually pretty bullish. Yeah, you're like me, Derek. I don't think it's going to be an easy game. I don't think it's going to be the whitewash people think we're going to go out there and just roll them over. Certainly won't be that easy. Holly, who do you think will score for us? I think Gordon 2 and Isak if he's playing. If Bond's on the bench, he can get one. To be honest with you, Holly, I'll take anybody to score. I'll take a 1-0 win that comes off the keeper's backside in the last minute, but I fancy Gordon to score tomorrow and Bruno. There you go. Looks more like a young lightweight boxer, says Andrew. Billy the Fish says something's happened at Man City with Harrison. That's why they let him go. More of a chance of the first team at Newcastle. Yeah, maybe. Maybe that's why he's been let go. Who knows? Miley deserved it. He's an outstanding player. Yeah, he's done very well, hasn't he? One of our own, says Andrew. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Miley's been absolutely fantastic since he's came to Newcastle. Since he came in the first team, and he hasn't really let us down. Yes, he's had a couple of dips in a couple of games, but do you know what? You've got to cut the lad some slack. He's only 17 after all, so you've got to give the lad a chance. Julie reckons Harvey Barnes will score tomorrow. Derek says Magentino, Murphy and Hall at the back with Miley, White, Anderson in the middle and Harrison and Gordon up top. Gosh, that's some lineup, isn't it? Yeah. Excellent that, Derek. That's some lineup. BS says, I think Miley looks better on the left. Yes, I do. I mean, look, we saw that against Fulham when they swapped them over. Moved Miley to the left and Longstaff to the right, and I think that suited them better. And the game flowed better in Miley. I mean, on Tuesday, if you're watching with Anthony Gordon, the way them two all had that understanding, that was absolutely brilliant. All under 21, yeah, definitely. Tino, Gordon bring the best out of each other. Absolutely, they do, yeah. I mean, Anthony Gordon, what a season he's having with us. You know, he's been absolutely fantastic for us this season. Anthony Gordon, he's been a totally different player since the Euros, since he was the best player in the Euros for England as well. He's been absolutely fantastic. And the thing is, I've always said with Anthony Gordon is he's the best English left winger in the Premier League at this moment in time. He's miles ahead of Rashford, I'm afraid. And Southgate needs to wake up and realise that this lad should be in the full England squad. If he's player of the tournament for the under-21s, then why the hell is he not a full international by now? He should have been playing in a couple of these qualifying games, you know. But if he doesn't go to the Euros, I think that's absolutely disgraceful because this lad deserves to go to the Euros. And as I say, if Rashford gets in the England squad ahead of him, then there's something seriously wrong with Southgate. He seriously needs to have his brain looked at because, as far as I'm concerned, this is the best left winger in the Premier League, the best English left winger in the Premier League at this moment in time. And Rashford is miles behind them, I'm afraid. Miles behind them. Julie says, was great seeing Jason do the press conference today. Hope Eddie gets well soon. Yeah, absolutely, Julie. Obviously, he's no stranger to press conferences, Jason Tyndall, because when he was manager of Bournemouth, he had to do them, didn't he? Maka says, didn't someone say Man City sold the kid because he signed a better player? They signed somebody called Echeverry, didn't they, from Argentina, but I'm not sure if he's any better or not. Eddie never rushes new players in, says Paul. We'll work him into our system, but hopefully Alfie is okay for the bench for now. Yeah, definitely, I totally agree. Ian says Tyndall said he would be in the dugout, Julie, so not too bad. Probably a bit of flu or something, and he probably didn't want to be doing the press conference. Derek says, problem with losing Isak is if we do play Gordon to the middle, So we also lose our best left winger. Yeah, that's exactly that, Derek. Obviously with Ben Parkinson playing there, he won't be playing tomorrow. Yeah. Hopefully Isak's not too bad and he can play tomorrow. Lee says 3 of our players should be in the England team. Yeah. I think Maley will be in there one day. Billy the Fish says, I can't see us signing Hall at all. Why sign him to develop him for a full year in the first team with virtually no game time? Very strange. Yeah, I tend to agree with that. I don't know what's going on there. We've not really played Lewis Hall a lot. Took that goal well against Man United, but other than that, yeah, he's not really done a lot for us, has he? So again, it's one of those. We'll just have to wait and see what happens with Lewis Hall. But I don't think, I'm not sure if there's any sort of like anything in the contract that we can send him back to Chelsea at the end of the season. I'm not sure. Scott said, I think Eddie stayed away from the conference due to he can't be asked about transfers. Can't be asked about transfers. Yeah, maybe just said he wasn't well, but yeah, who knows? It's good business for City. They get a big sell on some cash now. They are pumping out the talent onto just beer. Mac says, no, it's not Echeverri, it's some lad from Mexico. Ah, right, okay. Yeah, they're saying somebody from Mexico. I can't remember what his name is, though. Yeah. Could be Scott. Could be. Yeah, who knows? I mean, may line up tomorrow. This is how I think we're going to line up. I think we'll line up with Dubravka in goal. Trippier, Shea, Botman, and Dan Burn, I think, will start, if I'm honest. The mid three will be the mid three will be Longstaff, Bruno, and Maley, because I'll play Maley on the left. And if Isak's fit, it'll be Jacob Murphy, Isak, and Gordon. If for some reason Isak's not fit, then I'm inclined to say Gordon in the middle and start Almiron on the left-hand side. So what do you make of that, guys, team and girls? Mighty win. Derek says, YouTube copyright infringement alert. Billy the Fish is using my logo, laughing. Hey, let's be honest. Look, we all know Paul came on here one day. Paul Gallant came on the channel in the chat, and because Pierre Vacan had a picture of him, he tried to claim image rights, and it was just he put a video about him image rights, and it was just absolutely hilarious. It was comedy gold. House said they are signing Hall, just want him to improve in certain parts of his game. Again, no, Ian. Yeah, it's all right, Eddie saying that we're going to sign him. But so why is he not playing him? Why is he not getting more time? Jake said, lots of Luton fans think they're going to win. Interesting. Well, look, they beat a very good Brighton side 4-0 the other day. And who saw that coming, to be honest? So they're probably going to be up for this match anyway, aren't they, Luton Town? So, yeah, I can see why the fans are probably thinking that way, but I think we should be all right. Just can't be complacent, that's all. Sounds good. Yeah. Billy the Fish laughing at Derek saying these copyright infringements. But yeah, I think that's how we line up tomorrow. I mean, look, my score prediction, I'm going for a 2-0 win for us. I know some people may think, oh, you're only going 2-0, but there's reasons I'm looking at it. I'm looking at the fact that Luton have been in quite good form. And even at Kenilworth Road, they were unlucky against Chelsea when they came back to 3-2 and they lost 3-2 to Chelsea. They were unlucky in that game because they could have got a draw out of that game quite easily. So they're not mugs, Luton Town. They've got some very good players in that team. I like the look of that Mengi. He looks good, the centre-back. Ogbenny on the right wing's a very good player. So they've got some good players in that team. So, and obviously they've got Ross Barkley in the midfield. And they've got Andros Townsend. We know what he plays like. So, yeah, it's going to be an interesting game tomorrow. But it's one I'm certainly looking at and thinking we can win that game. And let's hope we do go out and win that game as well. Because we could really do with the 3 points in all honesty. But Luton will have something to say about that as well. And I think Rob Edwards has done quite well as a manager. You know, so... And considering he went to Luton from the rivals, which is Watford, and to get them up to the Premier League in his first time of asking as manager, he's done very well for them. So we've got to give them a lot of credit. And we've got to show Luton respect as well. But let's not be complacent, think we can go in this game and it's an easy 3 points, because it's not an easy 3 points, as we found out at Kenilworth Road. So, yes, so we will see. Derek says, heard a rumour that Hall's fate is dependent on how many games he plays a season, so maybe the difference between 25 and 35. Hall certainly looks happy enough in training darts. Do you know what, Derek? That could be the thing, yeah. Could be. That could be the absolute reason. If we don't play as much, then we only pay the low fee of 25 million. You could well be right. It's a bit like Chelsea with Breuer, who's gone on loan to Fulham. If he plays more than 10 games for Fulham, they don't have to pay a loan fee. So, yeah, it could just be down to the fact of if he doesn't play more than 10 games, then obviously we only pay the 25 million. So, yeah. Maybe that's what's boiling down to the price as well. So, never thought of that one, Derek, and well done for that one, mate. Yeah. So yeah, so as people who have just joined the chat and things like that, what's your score for tomorrow? Ronald says, what worries me with more successes, war fans shouting, our ball totally replaces war ball. Yeah, yeah, I see where you're coming from on that one there, Ronald. Absolutely, mate. I just hope we don't go down the road of Chelsea where you have a double bed in the bloody stadium. That's just ridiculous. Billy the Fish says, when Barnes, Isak and Gordon are fully fit, would you put Barnes or Gordon on the right? It's a good question. To be honest with you, Gordon's played on the right more than I think Barnes has. So I think I would tend to go with Gordon on the right and Barnes on the left. Because I think Barnes looks more comfortable on the left. Yeah, that's a good idea, that one. 3-0 says Paul Gardner. That's not a bad shout, mate. 4-0 the tune, says Ronald. Jake says Murphy. Yeah. But again, it depends in the summer whether we keep Murphy or not. We were looking to sell him in this window, but we didn't sell him because he was still injured, wasn't he? Billy the Fish says 2-0. Yeah, again, that's not a bad shout at all. 2-0. And that's a scoreline I'm going for as well, Billy. Because I think that's a realistic scoreline, if I'm honest. But again, we just have to wait and see and just hope that that we do get the win tomorrow. And that's what we want. We want the 3 points to try and keep the pressure on Europe. I mean, look, we saw Man United last night against Wolves. Very lucky to win 4-3. I absolutely thought Wolves would have hammered Man United last night, if I'm honest. So I think they got out of jail on that one, on Man United. But West Ham got a draw with Bournemouth, which was a good result in some ways because it means West Ham aren't going too far ahead of us. We saw Calvin Phillips set up the goal for, give the assist for the Bournemouth goal for Solanke. Yeah. So I was disappointed Wolves couldn't keep Man U to a draw or win it, but all we've got to do is just keep winning our games and then just hope Man U slip up somewhere. But there again, we got to go to Old Trafford and play Man United, so we can go down there and we can go and beat Man United. We've beat them once at Old Trafford this season, so why not do it again? But at the moment, we're looking ahead to the game for tomorrow. As I say, my scoreline is 2-0 on that game as well. Lee says, keep Murphy, he can pull a goal from anywhere. Yeah, absolutely, Lee. I mean, look, it all depends what the club have got planned in the summer. We don't know what the summer transfer plans are. That's why they may not have spent in January. They may be looking at and thinking, well, there's players coming back. Let's see if we can just stay in a European place for next season and then go big in the summer. And that's maybe what we're doing. If that's what we're going to do, go hard in the summer on transfers, then it probably makes sense that we're not spending in January. Derek says, I don't know if the whole thing is true, but it would explain a lot. Yeah, it certainly would do, Derek, absolutely. But again, none of us know what's in the actual contract or what the actual contract details are. But there's something there why he's not playing a lot. So there must be something to do with, it's got to be doing with appearances and things like that. So maybe we're just trying to keep the appearances below a certain amount. So we can just meet the criteria for the 25 million rather than meeting the criteria for 35 million. And that 10 million is a huge gap as well. Yeah, Sean McEwen, hi mate, he says 3-0 share with a hat-trick. I don't know if anybody saw it the other night, but a guy put on a bet, share to get a brace and Newcastle to win, and he got some like 200 to 1 for it. He put a fiver on it and won over £1,000. It's just, it just shows you, doesn't it? Share hat-trick, I don't know what that would be in the betting, but I mean, look, we'll have a look at the betting and see what the betting is for tomorrow's game. I'll see if Share's down for a hat-trick on that and see what you get for a Share hat-trick tomorrow. Let's have a look. There we are. Newcastle versus Luton Town. Right. Well, Newcastle are 4-2-11 to win, 17-4 for the draw, and 13-2 for Luton Town to win. Goal scorers. Callum Wilson, 3-1 for the first scorer. To be honest with you, Isak's not even on that list. So they're probably looking at Isak not playing tomorrow, but they're looking at Callum Wilson playing. First scorer for Luton Town. Favourite is Adebayo at 17-2. Fabian Schär for the first goal tomorrow is 22-1 or 8-1 at any time. If you want a real outsider, then you're looking at like Emil Kraft at 33-1, although he won't be starting tomorrow. See if I can find anything to do with hat-tricks. To score 3+ goals, Newcastle are 5-4, Luton Town are 11-1. I'm just trying to see if I can find the hat tricks on here. Um, Can't see anything for a hat trick on here, but I know some people put 3-0 and 4-0 in the score lines. So for 4-0 for Newcastle, you get 14-1. 3-0, you get 17-2. If you think we're going to win 8-0, it's 250-1. Luton to beat us 1-0 is 18-1. We're 15-2. For Luton to beat us 4-0 like they did to Brighton is 200-1. It's 14-1 for us. So yeah, we are the favourites for that tomorrow. If you want to bet on the match to be over 2.5 goals, you'll get 13-8 for that one. For Anthony Gordon to have 1+ shots on target is 2-7. For Callum Wilson to have 4+ shots on target is 4-1. So there you go. Yeah. Billy the Fish says, how long does Bruno's possible yellow card, 2-game suspension, last before it's reset? I'm not sure when they reset that, but the thing is, I mean, would it be a travesty if he got it tomorrow? Then he misses the Forest and Bournemouth game rather than missing game C against Arsenal. I'm not sure. Scott says 600-1 for a Shaw hat trick, I think, or thereabouts. No defender scored, apparently. I heard that the other day. Wow. Derek says hat tricks are a mux, but you never get anywhere near reasonable odds. Yeah, absolutely, mate. Bias says any other player hat trick is 32-1. That includes Share. Miggy to score a hat trick's 90-1. Wow. Even if you do have a bet responsibly and don't chase your losses, guys, as well, and girls. Remember when the fun stops, stop and just try and play within your limits. Don't go over your limits, because that then turns into something worse. Derek says, Scott, fallacy, Steve Watson scored a hat trick for Everton against Leeds. Yeah, hat tricks, you don't really get a lot for them, do you, to be fair? Coffee says 5-0, a Mafinho hat trick, a Longstaff, and Bruno will score. I like your confidence, Coffee. If you lose, just double it till you win. No, that's when you do lose a lot of money, though, by trying to chase your losses. And it used to be March when yellow cards were scrapped, but not sure if it still is. Yeah. I'm just seeing if there's anything in here. Just bear with me, guys. Right. Any Premier League star accumulates 5 cautions within the first 19 games is suspended. Um, so there we go. The 19-game mock offers a slight reprieve, but suspensions then become more severe if 10 yellow cards are racked up. So those players who have double-figure cautions to their name before and including the 32nd game of the season will be suspended for the further 2 games. So after 32 games, that's when it's reset again. So, okay. So we've got a while to go yet. Got to hopefully go through another 10 games without Bruno picking up a yellow card. There we go. For years, I want Newcastle to win 3-1 and Shearer first goal. All the lads in the yard were going, "Oh, Ronnie, you've won." I went for 2-1 Shearer, for fuck's sake. Julie says, playing FC 24 and listening to beating Sunderland 7-1. Foxy says, I took Newcastle win over 1.5 goals, Gordon goal anytime, Bruno at least 2 tackles, and Luton over 1.5 cards as 8-1. That's not a bad bet, Foxy. And I can see that happening with Luton getting over 1.5 cards. So, yeah, absolutely. Derek says, have you heard the Belgian court challenging UEFA about FFP claiming it's a restrictions trade? Remember the Bosman ruling? And Belgium changed football forever. I've not heard that one, Derek. No, but I know what you mean about the Bosman ruling. Yeah. Tell you what, if they overturn that. But they're absolutely right. It is a restriction of trade. I thought the Premier League was supposed to be competitive, but it's not competitive if you're not letting teams like ourselves, have a go at competing. But that's going to be interesting to find out about that one, Derek, and one to keep an eye on. It's unlikely Bruno won't get yellow carded at some point. I'd rather he deliberately got one and missed some easier games. Yeah, I would as well, to be fair. So again, we'll just have to wait and see. If he picks one up tomorrow, then we know he's gonna miss Forest and Bournemouth, which we can deal with that. But if it was against the likes of Arsenal, then obviously that's a totally different kettle of fish, isn't it? As they say. Right, referees for this game. So the referee tomorrow is Thomas Bramall, and he will be assisted by Matt Wilkes and Mark Scholes. The fourth official will be Oliver Langford. VAR is Michael Salisbury, and assistant VAR is Akil Housen. Akil Housen was one of the linesmen the other night at our game against Villa, so he's on the assistant VAR tomorrow. So Thomas Bramall is the referee. Jack will be happy with that from Toon TV because Thomas Bramall was his maths teacher. So there you go. So that's who the referee is tomorrow, Coffee. Please not Gillett. It's not Gillett. Is Thomas related to Titus? Yosselu and Highland had half our read halves here, and Hayden has had his medical. How had a hand in it. I'm hearing he's headed away for half a season. Are you having Hayden? He's a hard worker. Ricardo, hi mate. Yeah, Hayden's away to QPR on loan, isn't he? And good luck to the lad, because look, we need to find this lad a club, to be honest with you. He's been a great servant for us, but obviously we've got to move him on. Yeah, Joselu had a great game for Madrid again, didn't he? Billy the Fisher, Stevie Wonder on VAR. Jesus. Coffee says, I've got to go, Tony. Bye, Tony. No, bye to you, mate. Hope you're well. Sorry, see you later. BS says, I heard Hayden to QPR was set up by Jamie Rubin. That wouldn't surprise me because Jamie Rubin's got a good relationship with QPR, hasn't he? So, is that Bonnie Langford's relation? Good night, Coffee says Julie as well. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, look, as I say, Hayden really needs to go to another club and needs to sign somewhere permanent. He's been great for us. You know, he signed for us and he played in that era when we weren't at the greatest and we were scraping by. But now the club wants to go in a different direction. I don't think Hayden's that type of player to take us there. Would I have kept him till the end of the season? Possibilities. I would have kept him at Newcastle just to say, look, come off the bench and help us out. But obviously Eddie Howe doesn't like him or doesn't have any sort of maybe say something in Isaac Hayden that he thinks I don't think you bring anything to the team. So we just got to trust Eddie on this one. Foxy says disappointing Fury Usyk fight is off, but at the same time not surprised with Fury's track record. I mean, it's weird, isn't it, how Fury's all of a sudden had a cut above his eye which needs stitches. And it's a couple of weeks before the fight. So yeah, it does beg the question, is he worrying about Usyk this early? Has he not trained enough? We don't know. But yeah, it's a strange one, Foxy, that's off. I'm disappointed as well because I was looking forward to that fight. But I guess we just have to wait until there's a new date arranged. And it'll be in Saudi Arabia, so we can't wait for that one to happen, can we? Right, guys and girls, I'm coming to the end of the show, but it's been a great show. And look, we'll look forward to Luton Town tomorrow, and we can't wait to see the game. But if you have liked what you see, please don't forget to smash that like. If you haven't done so already, just give it a like. It only takes a couple of seconds, and it means new viewers find the channel. If you're brand new to the channel, come and smash the subscribe and be part of our great community. It is free to do so, and the bell notification tells you when I'm live, our pre-record, or any upcoming shows. I don't normally do a show this late either, do I normally? So this is a one-off doing the show this late. Hayden's still got 2.5 years on his contract on Mike Ashley's stupid wages. Can you see if free transfers? Most clubs couldn't afford both the fee and wages. Yeah, maybe I could do, yeah. That might only be the way we can do it. Maybe just pay him off. Hendrick's still at the club because he's come back, hasn't he? But he hasn't got a club, so he'll just stay at the end of the season. I've seen the cup pretty deep. Yeah, it does look deep. Do you think Mickey will play on the left tomorrow? To be honest with you, Paul, it all depends on Isak. If Isak's fit, I think Isak will start. If he's not fit, then I think you play Gordon in the middle, you play Murphy right, and you play Almiron left. That's what I would do. That's all I can see on that one. Hope that gives you some sort of answer where I'm thinking of on the Mickey side of it. Great show tonight, Tony and everyone. Come on, the Mighty Toon Army. Cheers, Lee. Thanks very much, mate. Good night. Take care, everyone. You too, Julie. Great show as always, Tony. Thanks very much, Ian. Cheers, mate. Derek says Bruno got a deliberate yellow earlier on the season so that he missed the Bournemouth game. But look what happened then. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we got beat off Bournemouth, didn't we? So yeah, let's hope not. Scott says, come on, lads. Thumbs up for Tony. Cheers, Scott. Thanks very much, mate. Great show, Tony. Cracking stuff. Cheers, Ricardo. Thanks, mate. Thank you very much indeed. Do you think Fury cocked it? We don't know. That's the thing, Lee. We don't know. All we know is it was when he was doing his sparring. That's where it came about. So who knows? But there'll be another date set up for it, and we'll all look forward to that fight when it happens. And it should be it should be a cracking fight as well. So anyway, so yeah, we know yesterday was a disappointing end to the transfer window. We didn't sign anybody apart from Alfie Harrison, obviously, a youngster. But other than that, we haven't made any major signs in this window. But I do think they're keeping the powder dry for the summer, and we're going to go big in the summer, I think, anyway. That's my opinion, I think. Cheers all, how are you, lads? Yeah, you too, mate. Cheers, Derek. Thanks very much, mate. But remember, the future's bright. The future is definitely black and white. And enjoy the rest of your evening, whether you're going to bed now, having sweet dreams for tomorrow, or still burning the midnight oil. Whatever you're doing, enjoy your evening. But until then, I will be back tomorrow with a pre-match. So catch me for the pre-match. That will be at about 1:30 tomorrow afternoon, where I bring you both lineups of Newcastle United and Luton Town. So do join me at 1:30 tomorrow if you are not going to the match. If you're going to the match tomorrow, whether you're travelling around Newcastle or coming from afar, then safe travels to the match tomorrow and enjoy the game as well. How are you, the lads, says Ronald. And Paul says, thanks, Tony. Great show. See you later. Cheers, mate. Thank you very much indeed. But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow, 1:30 with a pre-match. So until then, sleep tight, sweet dreams, and how are you, the lads?